Hi folks, this week's video is on how to make a cheap and cheerful chart plotter. I'm using this Samsung Active tablet, which is waterproof. I've also got a Panasonic Toughbook. Both these items I picked up cheaply on eBay. Both refurbished, come with a bit of warranty and whatnot. The software is the key thing though. So the software is Open CPN, pretty well known chart plotter, open source. The trick is with SAS Planet is for generating the maps for that there, because a chart plotter is not much good without maps. So SAS Planet pulls in map data, sort of visuals, the visual stuff from tiles that are freely available on the web. So that covers Google Maps, Bing Maps. There's some Navionics stuff on there. There's some CMap and other marine stuff, which is quite useful. So I'll jump straight in here and show you how to set up SAS Planet and how to generate the maps and then import those onto your mobile device. At this stage, you should have downloaded Open CPN and SAS Planet. SAS Planet isn't installed, you just unzip the files. There's a sasplanet.exe if you run that there from the folder, or create a shortcut as I have on the desktop. Okay, so whenever you open SAS Planet, you should come up with something like this. Just a basic, in my case, we've just got Google Maps set up. One thing we will note here is this has a wee zoom thing at the bottom, zoom 12. This is pretty important, you'll use that later. This is Loch Ness, this is where I sail from, so I'll just show you how I would create maps for my local area. Speaking of maps, SAS Planet has a load of different types. Obviously you've got Google, Bing, Yahoo, some of these weird and wonderful ones. But I think the ones most interest to you will be these marine ones. So you've got Navionics, so if we click over, you get Navionics. If we click over to CMaps, you get CMaps. And there's this other cool one, Aquamaps, which kind of has the paper type chart digitized. But for now, we'll just use Google Maps. So what I'll do is, first thing you need to do is select. So we go to Selection Manager and pick, we'll do a rectangular selection. So we go and select that there. So this gives us this Selection Manager window, and this is kind of where everything happens. Basically what we have to do is download all the tiles that we want for our map. So we need to then check, well, what levels do we want? So 12 is a pretty good sort of overview. So if we go in to where my marine is, so 15 is probably the next one. 14, and then we will 19. So we do 11, 14, 19. You can zoom in, you could probably get higher, but again, it's going to take forever to download, and as this is only a demo, I don't think we need to go into that. So if I go, we can actually just go Operations Selection Manager, last selection, which gives you the exact same selections we had the last time. So if we pick 11, 14, 18, these are slightly, you can pick whatever levels you want. I'm just doing these as slightly faster to download. So then we just hit start. And then as you can see, it gives you a time. So this is going to take 3 minutes. So we'll flick on the background. What I'm going to do now is just do a recap. So I'm going to go Operations Selection Manager. Again, last selection, we'll always pick the last one you've done. So we have 11, 14, 18 here. So if we do start, it should do it instantly. Yep. So basically just shows all those files are already cached. So you can do this multiple times. You don't have to download the same tiles over again. So we hit quit. If we go Operations Selection Manager, last selection. Okay, so we go across to export. I have this pre-filled in, but if you check here, so export selection to format, this has to be MB tiles. There's other ones for Garmin and stuff like that there, so maybe useful to some people. Put in your folder. I have this pre-filled in. Again, you need to check your zoom levels are the same, because you want to use the same tiles you just downloaded. So 11, 14, 18. And there's some name description to go with the map. So I've just put in test here. So if I hit start, this then dumps all those files, the tiles out to a database file, which MB tiles is, which we're going to use to open in Open CPN. So there it is complete. So the next step is to import it into OpenCPN. Okay, now we've created our map, we need to import it into OpenCPN. This process is quite simple. We just wait till the application opens, go to options, which is the wee cog at the top. And we go to charts, add directory, C map, which is where I stored this one, select folder, force rebuild, apply, okay, and boom, you'll see that our map now comes up. So you can kind of see the different levels where it gets a bit pixelated, and then you can sort of see there. So obviously the more levels you export, the sort of clear it will be, the different through the zoom, but most times that won't be an issue. So that is it, and you can turn this on or off, so you can actually have multiple MB tiles files in one directory, using the different maps there, so you can jump between them just pressing buttons. So if you want to see like a Navionics map or this type of map, you could just click between the two. Okay, so hopefully that explains how you use SAS Planet to create some maps and how to import them into Open CPN. Just to show you my Panasonic CF-19. This is it running one of those sort of older style maps that were on there. Again, if you see at the bottom, you can switch between. So if I go there, I can switch between them. Yeah, so you can see the Navionics and things like that there. So yeah, it's a great application. Open CPN and SAS Planet are free. Obviously the hardware you have to pay for, but if you check online, you usually find the Panasonic Toughbooks reasonably cheap, because they're probably used for field work and stuff like that there. Okay, so if you like the channel, click subscribe to figure out more videos. If you want to check out some of the other stuff I've done, check my other videos as well. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.